Okay, so welcome to the number 2 video for Blind to Blind makeup tutorial. In this video we are doing contour and blush, and so what you need is you need your masking tape. You can use the skin sensitive surgical tape that you can just get at a drugstore or dollar store. You want to, however, those are really thick, and I recommend ripping it down the center lengthwise to make a nice thin width. And you will need a makeup brush. If you're wondering what that noise is, it's me finding my makeup brush in my makeup kit. So I got my makeup brush. I'll wash my brushes today so that they would all look presentable. I'm not probably the best person to show you to do makeup because I don't worry about those things. And I need my blush. So I have my blush. And I need my contour, how to apply the tape to get the best thing for contour. Okay, so I get my masking tape, and I think this one is actually a 3/4 inch. I actually, going back, I would have gotten a 1/2 inch. Again, all of my materials I've gotten somewhere cheap. I'm a blind girl on a budget. Okay, I should talk about blind budgeting because I don't know about you guys, but for me in Canada, there's a lot of corporations that claim that they help with work, and you know that you can have work just like everybody else. We will, you know, intercede so it's fair for everyone, and I have yet to see that actually in action. So I'm on a blind budget. So I get the tape and I rip off a piece. Now where you're going to be putting it is from the corner of your mouth to a little bit past your ear, so you want to make sure that the piece of tape is long enough to do that. Do not do this. Okay, I'm telling you what I do for me. So this is my disclaimer. If you have a skin allergy and you do this, I'm not responsible. You can't come back and be like, you told me to do this, this is just how I do makeup. If you do something that harms you, you know, please think about each thing before you do it and think if it's best for you. So to get where my blush should sit and my contour on my cheeks, I know this is weird. You're actually going to put the tape, you're going to hold it horizontal in front of you from side to side, not top to down. You're going to hold it from one end to the other, side to side in front of you. Okay, with the sticky part facing you, you're going to put one edge into your mouth, into the corner of your mouth. Okay, so it kind of is wrapping your top lip on this corner, okay? And I'm going to sound weird because I'm holding it with my mouth. And you're going to put the next part above your ear, and where the bottom of that first piece of tape is going to be resting kind of like on top of your ear. So I really hope that's a good description if you're a fellow blind person listening to my makeup tutorial. So in the corner of the mouth and up to the top of the ear. Now this is actually really, really weird. I use masking tape. Masking tape does not stick to your hair. So I'm going to sound weird for a little bit because I am putting it in my mouth. Okay? So I ripped off a piece too long. It's okay, I have a big mouth. Alright. So, and I drool because I'm talking. You would not normally drool because your mouth would be shut, but mine is open talking. So, like that. And then, what you're going to do, let's see if I can get this out of the way while I talk. Isn't this attractive? Hey Mom, I bet you didn't think I was going to be doing this on YouTube. Okay, so I get the next piece of, and my Aunt Lisa, if you're watching this, she told me this week, she told me today actually, that she watches all my YouTube videos. And I was like, aw, thank you, Auntie. So to all my other aunts, that's how you become a favorite, just so you guys know. Alright, you want to become a favorite? Subscribe, comment, give me a thumbs up, and tell me you watch my videos. I just started World War III in my family. Okay, so then you're going to get your second piece, and you are going to, I took the first piece out of my mouth if you're all wondering why I sound better. And so this time you're going to put it in the same corner, and the top of the tape is going to touch the bottom of your earlobe. And it creates the perfect triangle of, and this will actually match any face shape. Okay, so because your body is proportioned to you, so where your ear is located, so it doesn't matter if you have some kind of, I don't want to call it a deformity, but if you have some kind of thing going on with your facial bones or muscles or whatever, this actually will help match just your overall look. So tape is on, and in. Tape doesn't shut me up. Okay, so I'm holding it. You want to make sure it is tight. Masking tape doesn't really stick to skin very well, so I have to hold it with my teeth, and it sticks to my hair a little bit, but it doesn't hurt when you pull it off. Okay, so before I stick it in my mouth, I get my contour and I go inside that triangle that you just made from the corner of your mouth to the back of the ear. Now the very, very, very important thing is go super, super light, or you're going to have lines where that masking tape is. So go super light. I only do 1 or 2 strokes with my brush. And so I'm going to apply that now. That's why I won't be talking, but I just told you what to do. So I'm going to do it. So I shine it, people can see. Tastes so good. This is probably going to give me lead poisoning or something. And we wonder why I'm blind today. Because of all the things I put in my mouth. There we go. Okay. Okay. So 1 or 2 brush strokes in my contour. And I know how my contour is laid out. So 1, 2. I like to tap the end of my brush just to make sure it's not too heavy. And I like to go in. I have to pull the tape tight because it's not sticking to me at all. And my tape is gross because my mouth was on it. Okay. And so I just go in that triangle. I find it best to just go back and forth, not up and down. So from the corner of your mouth to your ear with that contour. And I'll be talking about how to blend it to make sure you don't have lines. Okay, so that's one side. And I pull the masking tape off. Again, I have found that the masking tape doesn't really stick to my skin or my hair that bad, so it pulls off really easy. If you're having trouble, I have tried Scotch tape before. Scotch tape sticks to your hair, in case anybody was wondering about that. And so really, once you use it once, you can't use the masking tape twice. So I talked about Blind Girl on a Budget. If there was a way I could save the tape, you know, I would. I'm that cheap. Alright, and then I repeat on the other side, and you can leave the tape on to get a better blush application. Okay, so then the same on the same side, same directions. Again, 1 or 2 swipes with the brush. I tap it off, and I apply back and forth from the corner to the ear. So you do want that tape tight. Mine is lifting up. Okay, and like I said, you can leave the tape on to get a perfect, if you leave the tape on, you'll have perfect angled cheekbones, which actually will give your face like a thinner, not like super thin, but it'll give it a nice thinner approach as it spaces it out really nice. So I just short clipped, and now I am applying the blush. I don't need to keep the tape on to do my blush because I do remember how to do my blush a little bit, so I like to apply. So I have a palette. I can't give you brands. All mine is stuff I've gotten from the dollar store. I don't have money to spend on makeup. I have bigger things, more important things, like lunch with my mom. Anyways, so with my palette, I know I have 2 shades. I have a light shade and I have a dark shade, and so when I'm holding it in my hand, because I have 1 finger on one side and I have 3 on the other, and it opens up facing me, I know that my thumb is the lighter shade and my fingers is the darker shade. So I would recommend that you have a brush for your contour and a brush for your blush, because you don't want any color sticking. But I don't do that. I've had lots of practice doing my makeup, so I'm getting used to how light or how many strokes I do. So with my light blush, I actually go, so if you get your finger and you go to the inside corner of your eye, and you follow your like along the outside of your nose down halfway. So you're not going to go all the way down to the bottom of your nose, you're going to go halfway, and then you're just going to move your finger over like 1 or 2 finger widths right under the middle of your eye but down, that is where you want to apply your light blush, okay? So from there all the way, and you want to follow kind of like an angle up towards, like, not really the bottom of your eye, but like outwards at an angle, if that makes any sense. Guys, I really need my other visually impaired people leaving comments here, because I really need to know how well I'm narrating this. Alright, so I apply my blush. I probably should close my eyes. And again, the same on the other. Now, I've had lots of practice doing this, so I know where I want to do my makeup. And interesting fun fact, I've had Bell's palsy before, so on my left side when I'm applying makeup, I actually don't know where I'm having a hard time where I feel where my makeup is, because I never got full feeling back on that side of my face. So yeah, so that's a fun fact for you. That has nothing to do with me being blind, although for the longest time I wondered if that's why I went blind in that eye first, because my whole left side has remained weaker since having that. Alright, and then your dark blush is actually, this is where it's really good to leave that tape on, because you put the dark blush right where that top of that line was, because it'll be right above the contour, and then you blend down towards your contour for that. So I always break it up. I do my blush, I do my contour, and then I do my I do the contour, I do the blush, and then I do the contour along my jawline. And again, if you think you're going to have a hard time applying the dark contour, the shadow, because there's shadow and there's highlight, isn't there, when you contour? I never highlight. So anyways, so I go back down and I follow my jawline, because I'm one of those people that are blessed with like a turkey skin kind of like double chin thing going on. Like, it's not prominent. I don't think you would necessarily notice the first thing about me, but if I have my head slightly down or whatever, I know you can see it. So I apply my dark contour along my jawline, underneath my jaw, and again, you want to go really light. And I go kind of like up behind my ear. Now, if you feel like you won't be able to do this easily, or if you really feel self-confident about it, like you're lacking confidence, you can use the masking tape and just go along your jaw with the masking tape around your chin and up to the bottom of your ear. So yeah, you can do that. So I would love to challenge some of my followers and other YouTubers to try and follow my tutorial and see what you think. If it works for you, if it doesn't work for you, because you never know until you try. And a lot of times I'm noticing with fellow people that are blind or visually impaired, a lot of times they're just so scared of failing that they're not trying, and then they're not being adventurous, and they're not, you know, they're not venturing out. Now, because of, again, the wonderful skin tone that I have, I apply a tiny bit of blush. See how I go back and forth? This is horrible. I'm sorry. I apply the light blush down the length of my nose and along my forehead hairline, so just at the top centers, because it just helps me not to appear so pale. And I put a tiny little dab just on the bit of my chin and a tiny bit in front of my ears. Okay, this adds dimension to my face. At least that's what the beauty gurus say. I don't know, I could be going on outdated. So that is the contour and blush. And my next blind to blind tutorial is going to be eyeshadow, eyeliner, and mascara. So I hope you come back for that, or if you're totally weirded out, I get it, the masking tape would throw me too. Alright, thank you so much. Bye!